Good evening, and thank you for joining us on All Over, where we cover the world's most critical and compelling stories. Tonight, we dive into the complex diplomatic landscape currently shaping our global future. As we unravel these stories, ranging from high-stakes trilateral talks in the Middle East to redefining global diplomacy, geosecurity concerns, and significant shifts in international relations, let's start with a developing story emerging out of the United Arab Emirates. In the heart of Abu Dhabi, a pivotal trilateral meeting between Ukraine, Russia, and the United States is unfolding. These high-level discussions aim to address the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine, a conflict that continues to impact millions and has drastically shifted European security dynamics. The inclusion of the United States adds another layer of complexity and potential influence over the proceedings. This strategic engagement seeks not only immediate conflict resolution, but also long-term stability in the region. As diplomatic efforts intensify, the global community watches closely, hoping these talks will lead to a significant de-escalation and perhaps a roadmap to enduring peace. This meeting reflects a broader shift in venue diplomacy, away from traditional platforms to those perceived as neutral grounds, fostering an environment for candid discussion and potential breakthrough. Simultaneously, former U.S. President Donald Trump is once again capturing international attention with his introduction of the Board of Peace initiative at the World Economic Forum in Davos. This innovative diplomatic framework is drawing both intrigue and skepticism globally. Billed as a dynamic alternative to the United Nations mediation efforts, the Board of Peace seeks to reimagine how we approach global conflict resolution. Trump's initiative is against the backdrop of recent ceasefire achievements in Gaza, seemingly acting as a proof of concept for this evolving diplomatic tool. However, as this paradigm is discussed, questions about its viability, its reception by traditional diplomatic channels, and its potential impact on U.S.-EU relations persist. This proposal underlines the continuing debate around multilateralism versus more personalized political engagements in global diplomacy. Turning to the Arctic, tension mounts around Greenland, as issues of access and security have sparked concerns reaching from the U.S. to the core of the European Union. The strategic importance of Greenland cannot be understated, particularly in a world increasingly focused on Arctic sovereignty and security. This crisis is driving renewed commitments to NATO and igniting debates about sovereignty versus strategic interests. As former President Trump's posture on Greenland resurfaces in these discussions, it brings into question previous diplomatic stances and their long-term consequences. Observers note that this issue is not just about Arctic governance, but also about broader geopolitical pressures, adding another layer of complexity to Danish-American relations and the EU's security calculus. In the Middle East, the fragile ceasefire in Gaza is under intense scrutiny, with ceasefire agreements often proving temporary amidst shifting military and political landscapes. The situation is regarded with cautious optimism. Satellite imagery and military intelligence continue to shed light on unfolding events, underscoring the delicacy and high stakes involved. Efforts are focused on maintaining peace and ensuring humanitarian aid reaches those in dire need, while navigating the political sensitivities that accompany every action in the region. The international community remains poised to support efforts towards a lasting resolution, highlighting the intricate dance of diplomacy and intervention in one of the world's most enduring conflicts. Lastly, we pivot to the Americas, where U.S. policy and international financial influence are generating waves. Today's headlines bring us to Venezuela, where legislative actions within the U.S. hint at shifting priorities and strategies in dealing with sanctions and economic pressures. This is a critical moment, as the alignment of international finance with diplomatic strategy opens discussions about ethical oversight, economic stability, and political leverage. The approach reflects broader themes from the recent Davos discussions on how nations might configure their foreign policies to harmonize economic strength with diplomatic influence. Thus, as these diverse threads weave through our newscast tonight, we glimpse the intertwining of diplomacy, policy, and global stability. Each development, whether under the gilded chandeliers of Davos or in the fraught negotiations in Abu Dhabi, tells a story of a world grappling with its challenges, aspirations, and the eternal quest for peace. As we continue to follow these stories, we remain committed to bringing you insightful coverage and expert analysis. Thank you for spending your time with us on All Over. Have a great night, and we look forward to bringing you more pivotal stories tomorrow.